Hey, what's up, nerds? It is Paul at Radio Free Hammer Hall, and we have leaks from the new boxes coming out, and we have the new Harbinger of Decay Warscroll right here that I thought we would go through a little bit and just kind of chat about what this might mean for us. Um, So, I don't have it here, but this guy is going to be 190 points. And for some reason, oh, no, he actually did have that in there. Um, this new sculpt that we are getting is going to have two different builds. You can either build him with a scythe or a doom bell. More about that in a minute. Basic stats: moves 8 inches, 3 up save, 8 bravery, and 7 wounds, which is, basically what I would expect from this sort of unit. Um, Looking over at his melee stats, if he is armed with the Plague Scythe, he'll also have that weapon across the top there. 2 attacks, 3s, rend 2, 3 damage. Then he's got his Grimrot Sword, 2 attacks, 3s, rend 1, d3 damage, and then 4 standard horse kicks. This is not bad. I mean, I think he's probably, I don't know, he's going to get a couple damage through on average each time he's in combat, and he really, as we're going to see, he's going to want to be in combat. Abilities. First up, Shutter Blight. At the start of the combat phase or battle shock phase, pick one enemy unit within 3 inches of this unit and roll a die. On a 3-up, that unit cannot issue or receive commands in that phase. So, this is basically a better version of the ability that was on the previous scroll. They've added now the battle shock phase. So this is going to turn off any sort of command abilities that are going to prevent battle shock. And in the combat phase, it's basically another roar, which is solid. Like, everybody loves roar. It's really good. And certainly throwing this guy in there with a potential second one, also very good. So, up next, the Toll of the Doom Bell. This is actually really good, and I think this is probably going to be the standard build we're going to see most often, which, it's going to mean that he's not going to have the scythe attacks, so he will hit super not hard, despite kind of wanting to be in combat from the Shutter Blight ability, but, we'll deal with what we got. All right, so if this unit is carrying a Doom Bell, once per battle in your hero phase, it can toll the Doom Bell. If it does so, enemy units within 14 inches of this unit, when it tolls the Doom Bell, are filled with despair until your next hero phase. The following effects apply to units filled with despair. -1 to move, run, and charge. So, actually, I think I'm going to dial back what I said. I'm not sure if that build is going to be used all that much. On my first read through of this, I missed that once per battle thing. If this was once per turn, or if it was an aura around him, that would be really good. However, it is not. It is not that thing. And it has to be in your hero phase, so he's going to get in position first, survive till the next battle round, and then he can toll the bell. So your opponent can play around this. They can just stay outside of 14 inches. I don't know. Like, debuffing movement is really good, but once per game is disappointing. So, finally, He is also a priest. Omens of Decay is a prayer that has an answer value of 3, range of 14 inches. You will pick one enemy unit within range and subtract the number of the current battle round from the bravery characteristic of that unit until your next hero phase. So this will actually combine nicely with Shutter Blight so that, you pick an enemy unit to, have their bravery reduced and then prevent them from getting Inspiring Presence or any other command abilities that will prevent Battle Shock. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's a nice little piece. Although these things are not really stuff that Nurgle typically does. So, I don't know. I'm not sure how excited I am about this. I think it's cool. I think he's probably going to be most useful for just being a priest and getting to bring along with him, like the other prayers that you can grab out of the core book or the core rules. Nurgle doesn't have a prayer scripture, so you're going to have to grab one of those. And this prayer is, I guess it's pretty good, can be pretty good, but, if you're not comboing it up with Shutter Blight or with, well, actually, not really anything else will help you there. If you're not doubling up with Shutter Blight, that might just do absolutely nothing. So he just sort of becomes a priest that is maybe carrying around heal. And yeah, that's about the only thing in prayers that are really going to be working for you for Nurgle. Yeah, so that's this guy. He's 190 points. The regiment that he is going to be coming in with that box is this guy and a unit of 5 Blight Kings, a unit of 2 Puscoil Blight Lords, 590 points, so just standard price of those 3 things together anyway. And the ability they get is basically just Disgusting Resilience plus their -1 to hit in the shooting phase. So it basically just means they get to carry their allegiance abilities into other armies, which I guess makes them actually worth bringing in to another army. Carving out 590 points is a lot, and you're still not getting disease. You're just getting the Disgusting Resilience. So these guys are still going to be hitting less hard than they do in a Maggotkin list. They're still less effective overall. But you can bring them into any other Chaos army. I don't see people doing that a lot. It'll be a fun thing to do for narrative casual sorts of games, but I don't know. It definitely none of this Harbinger of Decay and that particular regiment around. I don't think that's going to see any competitive play at all. But it's cool narrative thematic stuff. So I don't know. It's kind of cool. I haven't even looked at the other regiments that are coming out with this. I just really have Chaos armies and then a Cities of Sigmar army that I never play. And the Order one is Fire Slayers, and I'm not interested in grabbing any Fire Slayers. So that's going to be it for now. Signing off. Hopefully that might be helpful to people. It's kind of cool. All right. I'll talk to you all later.